Okay. So why is my chat not connecting? You know what? Doesn't matter. It's not like I'm gonna have anybody on chatting anyway on my stream, so it does not matter. It does not matter at all. I will instead just default to, if I have to, I will just do that. And you're muted. Let's put a bit of music on. Don't know why this isn't connecting to chat, but whatever. Adeptus Mechanicus. Adeptus Mechanicus music. There we go. And we've got our error loading chat. Yeah, okay. So I just can't. My chat's not loading. Is my stream actually live? It is. Wonderful. Well, since Streamlabs doesn't seem to want to do my chat for me, let's stick it over here. And we'll do that in a very janky way. Anyway, back to what I was doing. So we are building ourselves Reaver Battle Titan. That's what we're doing. So they said build the legs if you want better posability. So I was originally going to try and do this all in sections, but you know, I don't know how much of Adeptus Titanicus I'm going to invest in. Maybe I might like one of each type of model just to have them as a collection, but we will see about that. Mainly because I just kind of don't know how often I'll actually invest in it. So so these are A1 and A2. So these are going to be these jobs. Look at those big feet. Oop, I forgot to turn my light. Oh, that's a bit bright. Maybe I'll knock that down a few scooges. There we go. Actually, we'll go in from this angle. Oh, look at my hairy ass arms. You are going to be awkward to clean up. God damn it. Although to be fair, like if anybody's getting this close to see me Reaver's feet. Okay, okay. Do. Is that doubling up? I don't know. To be fair, I'm not too sure how people do it, how they get music playing in the background. Because I should have desktop audio. Let me just. Because I want to hear the music too. But then my mic picks it up. I guess. I'm not really sure how you fix that. Or how that works. That's one of those things I'm going to have to clearly look up and find out, like, from people. That's a tutorial kind of thing I'm going to have to do, I think. Work out how that works. Because I don't know. This is. These streams are kind of just for the crack. I mean, like, I'm sitting building these models anyway, so why not just put it on stream, and then sure, if anybody wants to hang out and chat, they can hang out and chat. I wonder did this go up on my Twitter? That's over there. Don't know why I have a rat ogre as me bolt model mascot, but there you go. Okay, so they have said that if we want, we can build the legs first. So I assume they meant that you can, instead of putting these onto the hips, you could build these lads out like this. That doesn't seem like that works really. So what we're going to do is we're going to stick with plan A. So we can, where is our hip? There it is. So this is how this is meant to point, and then we are going to go. So yeah, okay. So we're going to be designing how these are stepping. And I'm going to have this lad walking. So you can go like that. Yeah. Okay. So there's a bit of leeway on how we can do that. So are these the same backwards and forwards? Yep, they are. So you're going to go, you're stepping out. Suppose, like, these are meant to be incredibly heavy weapons, so maybe they can't step that far out. But this one's going to. Yeah, I suppose there isn't that much. Okay, so there isn't that much in the way of Just do a little bit. We don't want them too wide a gate. They're very heavy machines, so they shouldn't be like spread out. They're not gymnasts. Imagine that. Gymnastic Titan. I guess the Chaos Titans might be like that. Because I bet these things don't really walk, you know, like this probably goes like that. Like these things, although they look human in their shape, probably don't step the same way. Like it's all going to be like weight distribution, so however it needs to hinge to properly distribute the weight, that's how these things are going to work. So at least that's how I would see it in my head. It's like this lad, it's kind of like that, and then the other foot is kind of like that. It's just as long as it actually kind of distributes the weight. So let's get these lads glued on. This is going to be actually, even though we've committed. See, I got too eager. Get out of the way. I forgot to add on some bits. So, got too carried away. So where are we at? 812. Down here. Okay, so where are we at? You're going to be going okay. 812, so you're going to be going into here. See how this is going to work. They just go into the hole. They don't. Do they not connect to anything? Was there meant to be something inside there? Because if there was, it's too late now. Yep. Nope. There is not. Wonderful. That's spectacular. So. Okay. And then we're looking for 13. So that's going to be over here. Oh, that's a good shade. Actually, I just had a thought. What I'm going to do, I'm going to change all the alert noises to like the Titan roar and add next stuff because that would be entertaining. That would be fun. That would be fun. Yeah, just have anytime somebody subscribes, well, not subscribes. Fuck. Yeah, I'm not going to be getting subscribers anytime soon. But anytime anybody follows or does anything even vaguely highlighted, it'll just like go or whatever that noise is. Oh god. From if you've ever watched that really good animated what's it called? It's a guy did he got hired by G Dubs for their Warhammer Plus, but it's like he did an animated thing of Black Templars fighting orcs on like Medusa, and there's a bit with the Titan in that it has the Titan roar, and it's awesome. I should remember that. Hell's Reach. That's what it is. Hell's Reach. Okay, I am not a fan of how they did this. Oh, that was terrible. Why did I do that? I mean, that looks okay from. I suppose that does look okay from that angle. From like, if you're not going to notice it, but I feel like that's just not. I feel like that's just not a good way of doing that. That doesn't look good. You get gluey. B1 and B2. Dun, 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 dun. Actually, that's not going to work. Yeah, still chats rubbish on Um, well, on Streamlabs, I wonder if that's just it's just I've messed up a setting or something. Who knows? Okay. So forward one gets the bigger space. So let's give you equal. Okay, yeah, so you're gonna have a hard time, doesn't it? And then is Arse armor. Awesome. I still probably will do this in sub-assemblies for the painting, just because that would be awkward to get into his hips. So we're going to have to wait until they're all glued together before we start, or we're going to have to wait until they're all painted before we start gluing everything big together. There you go. You sit over there. Oh, good, okay. So, now we do the feet. Which one did I put the glue on originally? That's just toe shoving. They're going to be like that. And then we are going to dump a little glue into these little yes, okay, yeah, I was about to wonder. So you're going to take on there. Yep, that'll work perfectly. So, that is everything else. So, these little dudes. Okay, yeah, I see how this goes. The larger bits go in front. So that's 2 for you, 2 for you, and then these lads are going to go at the back. think I should have done. And last year it would be grand. And just put those there. And this is where I might need to break out the tweezers. Because this is going to get a bit awkward, I can tell. These are the side skirts. Yep. Sorry, I'm already liking how this looks already. Wait, hang on, did I get that wrong? I did get that wrong. You're the wrong one. You're meant to go in here. God, I got that one. Cut that one close. Yep, okay, and then so we've got this side skirt, front, it would make sense to have the decoration on the outside. So this. Okay, so you're going to go into here. And then this one's going to go awkward. Ah, come on. There we go. Maybe that'll glue in there for the other piston. Will you walk? Yep, stable. Okie dokie. Okay. If I put this leg armor over the top of them. I'm not going to be able to get in there and paint everything because I won't be able to reach around it. So, and these actually have molded hinges, so, and there's also molding on the insides of the legs. I wonder did I put the legs on backwards? No, I didn't. Okay, so we're alright on that. So do I want to put that armor on before I paint it? Decisions. Let's have a look. So this is going to be like B7 and B6. Okay. Or B7 and B6, yeah. Yeah, okay. Okay. So let's see what this looks like. Okay, so this goes on to, yeah, okay, so that's going to go into there. And that's going to go into there. Yeah, I'm not going to really see. No, I can still get in there. Yeah, but I won't be able to do the rest of the trim. Okay, yeah, so we're going to paint that armor separate and paint this part separate. Sub-assemblies for the win. Yeah, that means then that I don't want to. I can't glue their knees on because the knees. P11. You know what? No, we're going to go with that. Molded knee. So you will be going there. But you're going to have to be self-assembly as well too. So awkward. But like, if you can't see that. It's like one of those things where it's like, sure, nobody will be able to see that. Like if you're looking at it, you're not going to be, oh no, you can see that part. And you can see the back. I bet I could paint the back. And then what? And then, okay, well, this doesn't go over here, but like this would, and then this would be there. Nah, I'll do it all separately. Let's tempting as it would be to glue it all now. It is tempting. Oh, Moro, I'm painting. It's like a wee. So, it's there's a game. There's like you've got Warhammer, and then you also have it's like there's other games you can have. So one of them is called Adeptus Titanicus, and it is. Have you ever seen like the really really massive models you can build? They're like gigantic, huge, they cost like 400, 500 quid to buy. Well, they made like a smaller tabletop version of it called Adeptus Titanicus, and you can build small versions of those big expensive kits. So like this Reaver Battle Titan, which would be kind of like this big sort of like this gigantic robot thing. You play with that, and then it has like it's like a little mini game. Yeah, sort of like Epic, exactly like Epic. And I bought this box like a couple of months ago, and then I haven't got around to finish building it. And I saw somebody was going to do a tournament down in Exploding Dice, and I don't know if I'll have it ready for the tournament. But I figured I'd get this built, and then at least then I could. It's instead of Epic, so they brought this out instead of Epic. So like this is the replacement for Epic. Like I have other ones built. I think they're downstairs. Okay, so this is just it's the Imperium versus the Imperium. It's the Horus Heresy. So this is set during the Horus Heresy. So it's like that's the box art is so it's like big. It's during the Horus Heresy. So it's like this could be like a Chaos Titan, or it could be an Imperial Titan. So it's Titan versus Titan. And like this, a clash of the game of Titanic Titans in the thing. So it is like a self-contained game, and the box I bought, which is this box, it has enough for 2 armies. So okay, so you get where is did I still have the instruction book in there? 1 second there. Where did I put the instructions? Dropping stuff everywhere. What you get is where is it? Did I not? Oh, there it is there. Okay, so yeah, they're a bit awkward, but so in this set, you effectively get. Where is it? I would show you the bottom of the box. That would probably show you everything you get actually. Is that would fire everything out? Yes, there we go. Okay, so you get two Reavers, which are the big that's the guy I'm building at the moment. They can have like melee weapons, but I'm just going to give them both guns. So you get 2 of them. You get 2 Warhound Titans, and I've built them, and I've magnetized the guns for them. And then you get 2 little mini knights. So this is enough to get like a 2-player game going. So like like I would have maybe that, and then you would have that, and then there's like little objective markers, and there's all these little cards and stuff. So because like these are like battleships. Like they're walking, like they have generators and they have shields and all this kind of stuff. So like it's a bit more interesting than just this little man runs up the field and then he gets shot. Like you run up the field and then you have to beat their shields and like do damage. Well, yes. The plan is that I'm going to kind of paint them because they're going to be like part of the lore of my Forge World, my Adeptus Mechanicus Forge World. But I can still play them against each other because it doesn't really make any difference. So the plan is eventually, so like maybe I'll get you a game at some point, because it could be a good afternoon at Beer Hammer. To be fair, actually, I've a decent setup for like a Warhammer 40k table. So maybe some Saturday I can get you down, and we can just drink a lot and roll dice. Also, it's good to know that my audio's working better. I finally mixed in my desktop audio for background music. Yes, but suffice to say, these are a lot. These are a little a bit more awkward. Like, so, see the way I'm building like his legs and stuff. I'm gonna have to spray all this. Because of the way the armor is, I'm gonna have to spray the legs and then spray the armor separately so I can actually um, uh, put it on, put what on so that you can hear it. Oh, the desktop audio or the mic. Did the music run out? Oh, it did run out. Oh, okay, yeah. So, see in Streamlabs, for some reason, my chat hasn't connected in Streamlabs for some reason. But anyway, so you can set desktop audio as a source in Streamlabs, and then it'll just pick up your desktop audio. So it's just picking up. Hang on, I need to get some. Why is the music not happening? Oh, because I can't hear. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so you can set desktop audio. Yeah, just like it picks up game audio. So I've got my mic, which is over here, point over there. I've got my mic going to obviously going into a mixer, and then yeah, and that's one thing I've been trying to figure out because in order for me to hear the music, I have to like listen to it off my laptop speakers, but then obviously then the mic picks it up. So the problem is then, and also I've got the desktop audio going into the mixer. So I'm wondering how those people that do it were like, um, yeah, I know I'm just running stuff off YouTube at the moment, so maybe I might do Spotify. But like I was going to wear headphones because I figured I'd put the headphones on and then I can listen to the audio. But then like I can't hear. Yeah, I must need a proper mixer in order to get like the Twitch feed, so that I have the Twitch feed coming into the headphones or something, or into I don't know how people do it who stream normally do it. It's a bit of a head fry. I'm not sure how they've mixed it all together. Um, but they're doing a far better job than me than I do anyway. So it's just a case of yes, I probably should go for the royalty free stuff. But like you said before, until until I get partnered or something, like who the fuck cares? Yeah, so at the moment, yeah, me Streamlabs chat doesn't seem to want to connect, and I don't understand why it won't connect. So I've had to use the pop out chat from Twitch's actual dashboard, which is showing me up now as a viewer, which is really really annoying. So yeah, I that's one of those things I'm gonna have to look up and figure out. Uh, that's how I'm seeing your chat so quickly. Oh, and also because it also allows me to do like do transitions. So like I can go and do like be right back. So like watch this here. So you can just go be right back, or I can transition back and do live, which is kind of handy. There's also an intermission one as well too. So yeah, it's just my laptop's kind of old, so I don't think I'm going to be streaming. I'm actually going to get like an Elgato and probably like a couple of uh, like in a couple of months, just because I'm going to be a bit of an idiot, and then I'm going to stream my Switch games because I really wish I was playing Trails of Cold Steel 3 because I'm so close to finishing that game, and it's some good JRPG action. It's been really enjoyable, and I'd love to be able to just stream my Switch so that um, I can just do that. Oh, so you did? Is it going in through your? Okay, well, I would assume you'd have to like. Yeah, I saw that. I was going to ask you how you did that. I guess I'll have to look at it myself. Because I'm not too sure exactly about that. Oh, okay. So is it like remote play? I guess that kind of makes stuff. See, this is your Titans all have like dashboards. So like, and I punched all the holes. You're not really meant to do that, probably, because it's like ruining the back. But yeah. So like you're going, oh, I'm taking damage. My reactor's going critical, which is oh, okay. And that's the Xbox app on just the normal Xbox app in your laptop. I will be doing that. I just don't know if I want to do face cam though. Nobody needs to see me, uh, really. Because to be fair, also like my living room's kind of like also my craft workshop and my office. I'm the kind of I'm a very bad streamer. It's just I'm a bad example. Also me. Yeah, actually, I'm thinking about doing that. My plan is I'm going to like make like one that looks a bit like a Warhammer 40k tech priest. I just kind of maybe I'll get help from. I know somebody who does design, so do like actual proper design. Um, yes, so but if I maybe I can get them to do the initial design, and then if I really want to get serious about it, maybe I'll like spend some money and get somebody to rig it. Oh yeah, no, there is a. I see. There's an app on Facebook that, or not Facebook. There's a really good phone app that does that. Um, that I saw that a guy was advertising on Twitter and stuff, and it's like a really good. Uh, but yeah, so I kind of just need like mechanicum goggles and like a face. And did my audio run out? Oh, okay. No, he's in between tunes. I'm just running Adeptus Mechanicus music because um, I'm building Titans. I should have some suitably yeah, there you go, have a bit of Moon Sphere from the Warhammer 40k. Well, yeah, I know, and it's drawing it on an A4 page is easy versus actually turning that into do you know what, it's so easy to say, oh, you just draw that if you want, but turning your mind image into uh, uh, actual reality is usually a bit awkward and hard to do. I just I'm full of big ideas, but then it comes down to actually executing on them, and then it all kind of falls apart. Is this C? This is C. So we're going to build our guns because we've got everything else. So C31. So this is the reason that I'll never get you into 40k or Warhammer in general. It's because of this part. It is the building. This actually, you know what? I have this under the Warhammer. I have this under the Warhammer game type because well, it is Warhammer. But I probably should have stuck it under Arts and Crafts. I need the maybe. Well, I'll have to bring the stream down. Well, I mean, it is because Warhammer's a bit nebulous now because it's all the same thing. There is like a arts and crafts thing that I had when I'm doing my Gunpla because that kind of makes a bit more sense. But yeah, so it's yeah, I would have to bring the stream down if I wanted to do the tags, and I just don't know if I want to be bothered. How long have I been streaming for actually? Oh, 50 minutes. Oh shit. Maybe I will bring it down. Well, to be fair, if I bring it down, it's probably because I would. Oh, you don't? Oh, there's sweet pencil. Oh, there it is. Yeah. Okay, so. Yeah, you see. Do you know what? There is no tags that really. Can I just add a tag? If it nope, I can't add a tag. That is awkward. Cash game. if ever there was a game that's kind of pay to win in a weird dumb way, it is probably Warhammer. 40k. Uh, it's like wargaming even. Yeah. Okay. There we go. Stick wargaming in there. It's going to stay in Warhammer because this is Warhammer. That counts. Yeah, well, I'll do that research for later. I mean, this is just a well, oddly enough, you get loads and loads of people actually painting stuff, but you rarely get people actually um, you rarely get people like building stuff. It's kind of a bit of an odd one, really. Because you think, well, I mean, I have seen people, you know, doing, well, there's lots of people that do painting streams. Oh, there's a guy building something. I'll just mute you. So I wonder what your tags are. Oh, okay. God damn it. Miniatures. Why didn't I think about that? There it is. Add that. Scale modeling. Okay, that kind of makes sense. And wonder if I can. I wonder do they have Ireland? Yeah, they do. Represent. There we go. Successfully updated. It's kind of one of those things where I'm going to see it. I'm probably going to like. You know what? Somehow I doubt it's going to be that big. But I did set up. So that me Twitter automatically gets posted whenever I set up a stream. That's kind of why I changed. Also, that's kind of why I changed my name from Archmagus painting to Archmagus hobbying, because I wanted to also do Compla and stuff as well too. Just didn't want to be stuck doing like, and also wanted to be able to play games. So I just didn't want to be stuck just doing painting streams. But also that's kind of why I want to get the Elgato as well too, so that I can, because I want to do like Zone of the Enders and stuff. I don't understand why they won't let us stream Zone of the Enders. It's very weird. If that, I guess Konami's just being Konami. Being awkward and weird. Oh well, I think there's the Age of Sigmar one that came out a while back. There's Hired Gun. The problem is that I'm still on the old Xbox OG. Like, I haven't got around to getting a Series X, and playing games recently, I've kind of noticed that my Xbox is fucking shite at the moment. That's why I've been playing my Switch so much. 40k. Well, there was I don't know. Well, yeah, Hired Gun. I'm glad I got that on sale. Do you know, I'll put up with it just because it's an interesting kind of view of stuff that I don't normally get a chance to see in 40k. Like you don't normally get the like in 40k. You rarely actually like get to like walk around like hive cities and actually kind of hang out and see all the crack. Um, so like that's kind of just worth it on its own. But there was a game came out or that is coming out called Battle Sector. Maybe that's the one you're thinking of. Um, it's like a turn-based strategy game. Uh, a hired gun? Yeah, no, it's fucking awful. Also, the color palette. Yeah, Battle Sector. Yeah, I think it's Battle Sector you're thinking about because they were doing a lot of advertisements for that recently. Yes, it's kind of a top down. I mean, I could probably share a trailer of it on me stream, but I just don't want to ever add me browser as a source, so that I never make the mistake of accidentally streaming something. Yes, everything's kind of because it is a house city. Everything's kind of dark and dingy and rust colored and brown. So you need the kind of is view modes in order to be able to see anything. It's terrible. It's really awful, which is disappointing because it could be really really cool, and I'm sure on a decent PC, uh, it probably is really really cool. Um, but I definitely am glad I got it on the sale. I mean that's kind of what I'm going to do is eventually I'm going to finish Warhammer 40k Mechanicus, that the XCOM style game that I got because I own that on like every video game system I own. I got carried away with that game, but I love it so much. Um, so the plan is to finish that and then maybe I'll play some of the other ones. Resurrected. I've seen a load of people in the Warhammer chats that in were talking about it, and it's like super tempting, but at the same time, Blizzard's kind of a horrible company, and I just don't want to give them money anymore. Like I know it's like I'm just one person out of like the internet, and everybody seems to be playing it, and everybody's conveniently forgot about Blizzard being fucking scum. But yeah, that's just it. I just don't want to give them money, and it feels maybe you know like it's like kind of like everybody else is going off about it and seems to be like really enjoying it, and part of me is super tempted because I don't mind those games. Like I enjoy um, kind of like the loot gathering games where you're building up a character and unlocking all the new moves. But then they did oh, we can play it multiplayer. Um, thanks for playing that. Yeah, there's on Game Pass we got like a Warhammer Fantasy version of Diablo Chaos Bane, which is actually a good crack. We must get out a multiplayer game of it. And also, I've got that 40k version, which is 40k Necromunda. No, it's not Necromunda. It's a 40k Martyr, where it's Diablo, but you're an Inquisitor for the Imperium, which is really really good. I enjoyed that. There's bits where you play as an Imperial Knight, which are sick, which is really really good. Necromunda? No, I didn't get around to buying the Necromunda game. That's another wit for sale one. I might pick that up if it gets cheap. But I'm talking about the Warhammer 40k Martyr. Was it on sale? Oh, missed that. Oh well. I almost never buy Xbox games now because because they eventually like I have so much on Game Pass to play, and also hey fair play lad. Yes, it's one of the default graphics from just built in. Like I have I can test me widgets. Can I test me widgets? So like, it comes with like automatic um, widgets, but I'm going to change them. I'm actually going to go out of my way to because I want to build my own like 40k or AdMech themed ones. I just don't know how exactly. I don't know how I'm going to do that, but I will eventually. 34. Yeah, I saw you were playing that Sable as well too. I need to get around to that because I was playing. What was I playing? Oh, I was playing Mechanicus, but um, need to give that a try because that was in the Game Pass trailers for like ages. Uh, they were selling that one hard. I love that Sable. Is it the kind of looking at it? It kind of reminds me of Journey, except Journey's amazing. I will definitely give it a go later on today. Maybe I'll test out getting the Streamlabs app working from the front as well too. But yeah, but Journey's what Sable? Yeah, no, Journey's incredible. It's one of the best games that I ever played on PlayStation, and maybe in total. See the bits where you're sliding down. It's like sunsetting, and you're sliding down this like really thing. Um, this and it's like the music swells. Kind of reminds me of Flyer. Really, the Flyer was another one was. From the guys that made Journey. Also, I like that. In case you're wondering, like these guns. So these guns, because this is an Imperial Titan, these guns are gigantic. So these guns also um, have iron sights on them, but like the iron sights on these guns would be about the size of a car. So it's like what Imperial Titans aiming down iron sights? Jesus. Like the bullets are the size of small tanks. I think Sky Children's the new game by the people that made Journey. Is it? Is that what you're talking about? Good looking. Yeah. So you're going to need a little bit of glue in between these. Have I gone about using the wrong way? Ah, okay, yeah, I have. Yep, okay. So I had used in the wrong way. What direction? That's the job. Okay, that's what we wanted. Sweet. So there we go. A gun the size of that's as long as a couple of trains, and fires bullets the same size as everything. Sure, I'll chat to you later on anyway. Uh, or sure, I'll probably end up hosting your stream anyway because I don't know if I'm going to do this. I really want to get my JRPG fix for today at some point. Yeah, well, sure. If yeah, we'll see what's going. Yeah, I suppose probably not any of the Diablo style stuff, but there must be plenty of co-op on Game Pass or something we can have a wee blast of. Um, yeah, yeah, uh, fair play there. Yeah, there. I think because I saw there everybody kept talking about Brewster, and that's the bit that's getting added to the. He's meant to be like a coffee shop for Animal Crossing. So that'll be interesting. Well, I assume that'll be interesting. Um, I don't have as much. Oh yeah, yeah. You're thinking Tales of Arise. Yeah, it has come out, and I would be picking it up, but I've played it on. Um, I played the demo on my base Xbox, and there was a lot of popping with the terrain and stuff, like just just like the grass and the textures and stuff. And I was like going, oh, but it looks gorgeous and like it looks incredible. Just the art direction on it is just unbelievable, and I really, 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 really want to play it. But I'm kind of thinking maybe I'll hold out until I can get my Series X, which at this point is looking like Christmas. Because I don't know if it's still rare to get one, but also I just need to be able to afford it. And I'm thinking about picking up the iPhone 13 maybe as well too. So I'm like giving that a month. Because I use my phone a lot more than I would use anything else, so I'm going to invest in getting a nice version of one of them for once in my life. Probably the only time I'll ever do it, because it's too expensive. Yes, I'd have preferred it to be an entirely separate building as well too, but probably not, because you have to load to get into the museum, and then you're going to have to load to get into the coffee shop. Um, yeah, I'll talk to you later on more. Um, but yeah, so like you have to like load into the coffee shop, so it's going to be like three loading screens, or well, to get in, yeah, to get coffee. Unless they add the ability to be able to buy the coffee, or you can order it from somewhere else, or you can build your own coffee machine. But then at that point, why would you bother going in? So there's going to be like they're going to probably maybe they're going to revamp a lot more. If it's an entire direct dedicated to it, then I can only assume that it's a lot more than just that. Let's see. Let's go for a bit of different tunage. Maybe I'll put on a bit of retro wave, because that's what I'm into these days. There we go. And then, so yeah, I mean, to be fair, like Animal Crossing was like a really, 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 really good game for the beginning of the pandemic. So it's they're going to need to do something particularly impressive to get me back to playing it. But then, as I was saying there now, so I'm about to finish up Trials of Cold Steel 3, and I've already bought Trials of Cold Steel 4, and so just buying the other game, the covers kind of spoilt me on probably some shit's about to go down at the end of this game. So it's a case of okay, well, um, okay, so you want to have yeah, okay, so the plan is yeah, so we are going to he's going to get his this guy's going to get a Gatling blaster, and he's going to get a laser blaster on his other arm. Because I'm just not going to bother with melee for me Reaver Titans. They're not running up and punching anybody. They're going to stay. They're going to stay back and just open up with their guns. Brrr. Well, it's a different level of it's a cannon fire. Just mute this. Actually, what I will do is I'm going to bring the stream down, and then I'm going to bring it up again, because I don't want to have because I'm at nearly 2 hours. Yeah, I'm at an hour 10 minutes, and I don't want like do I want like a 2 hour long painting model building stream on my YouTube channel? Well, it's the video on demand, I suppose. So yeah, that's what it's for. somebody wants to sit and hear me chat about um, 40k for like 2 hours, and also this interlude of us talking about Vigima games. Yeah, no, because like this thing when it fires is like it's going like it's like just like chug 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 and like firing like tank-sized bullets that are like destroying like city blocks. So like yeah, this thing, these things when they shoot, like they blow out the windows, just because they fire, or at least in the lore. Anyway, but if I get all these together and I get them all painted, we can definitely have a wee blast of Adeptus Mechanicus. Because I do have terrain. I did build terrain, not a lot of terrain. I will have to sub some terrain in, just to make it so that we have plenty of it. But yeah, it'll be good, and then I can stream that game as well too, for that matter. But yes, I have there's like a default graphics, so I have a lot of sort of default graphics for stuff, but I'm going to try and customize some of it myself and see how I get on. Yes. So, in fact, when you're talking about the directs, so that's kind of what I came away from the direct. I get me Disco Elysium on a console next month, and also Metroid Dread comes out as well too. I guess I'm going to wait in the reviews for all of them. Like I can't imagine Metroid's going to be bad, but you never know. It doesn't look like it's going to be bad. That's for sure. C38. Where are you, C38? Oh, there you are. Yeah, because what I might do is close this down in a wee while, and then maybe work on some of my Gunpla, because I still have to build the rest of me ATK girl that I have, and I plan to get more of them actually, because they are really really good so far. They come with stands, and that's really nice. Oh yeah, so you're being a pipe. Okay, so and then C39. I don't know, maybe I'm not playing with the correct Twitch meta, and I need to get myself a face cam. Well, I mean, I have a face cam, or I have a camera for my face, but I don't know how to set it up. Because I have a small apartment to myself, and I don't exactly have a studio setup. Which is why you'll probably hear. I have me, it's not the one, well, it's the C, in fact, I have a spare one that I haven't plugged in. It's the Logitech C2270. So it's okay for maybe this stuff. And also I've kind of changed some of the settings because it has a lot of smaller photos, so I've kind of blown that up. But I still maybe want to get one that can do like proper 1080p, just so that you can see proper detail. Because this, it doesn't really zoom in. Does it? Does it zoom in eventually? Nope. Do you have to get real close? Yeah, no. So it's okay for like distance stuff, but Like if I'm doing modeling, maybe it's not quite as good quality. But we'll see. Um, to be fair, like if I, it's one of those things. Like if I really wanted, if I was really really super into this, I'd like get like a DLSR or something, and it would be. But then I don't know how you. It's like one of those things where it's like you could do that, but then at the same time, like if I don't do this every single day, then I'm not really making any money back on the investment. But admittedly, then a good DLSR camera is like just a good camera. So you don't need to, getting it for streaming is not the only thing to do. Because Christopher's, sorry, I shouldn't say. I need to remember not to say names, but because I don't, because I'm paranoid. But or because the other streamers that I've seen, like I think he probably has like a really good camera, but then he has a good camera because he goes out and photo shoots. Or the dyslexic programmer, developer, should I say, in case you're ever curious. Yes, that's where that's going to go. So. But then they have an actual proper studio dedicated to like streaming, where I have my office table / hobby table in my living room / office / hobby space. Just takes a bit of time to set up the stream every time. Actually, no, that's a bit of a lie. Didn't take me that long to set this up because I've kind of everything close by. It just probably doesn't make for a very tidy looking home, I suppose, is kind of where I'm coming from, maybe. Okay, so this is this direction, and we're going this direction. There we go. And then we're looking for. Yeah, I know, which is why I would love, and I suppose it's kind of like why eventually I'm going to try and I'll probably end up moving or trying to get my own house, is that I would love to have like a dedicated room and just have it set up for, or have one part of it set up for, because like it's the same with all the board games and stuff I own. Is that like I could play some of them single player, but it's having them set up somewhere, so that you can just immediately get playing them, and then you can work away, and hopefully once things have, I know we can all go and meet each other in houses and stuff, but eventually we have a lot of board games and stuff. I really want to get going. You might have to put up with me explaining the rules for like an hour, just so that I can at least try them. Also, like I have that Witcher board game. Like we all like the Witcher. We could give that a blast. Like I don't even want to be. I won't even pull rank and try to be Geralt. I'll play as Trish, or even Dandelion, because then I just get to sing toss a coin to your Witcher all the time. Which would be half the crack. Yeah, you see, there's a bit of motion blur on it and a bit of a delay, but it's not so bad. Okay, so this is going to be this guy's left hand, or no, his right hand. So he's going to have a turbo. Yeah, so he's going to have a turbo destructor in his right hand. So 45. Okay, so because I believe in DACA. There's no firepower, like overwhelming firepower. Although to be fair, that's probably going to affect the points. That's why I was originally going to magnetize these, so that I could just. And I did magnetize the Warhounds, but I just went, you know what? I just rather. I'll just glue these one way. Some point as well too, we might have to work out how to do like streams with like you and your stream setup and me and my stream setup. I assume it's just like using Google Hangout or something. Because you've been doing it for your Star Trek streams, so. There we go. He's going to have his 2 guns. Turbo laser destructor. Yeah, guests. That's it. So I could have like maybe somebody else. Like, well, if I do that, I'm going to definitely get myself a face cam setup because I have spare tripods. So it's just a case of working out where, like, what's the best angle that doesn't make my 40-year-old living situation not look horrendous. Except that I have a hobby room, everything's in my living room, so I don't. It's just going to kind of look per cable management and per hobby management. Yeah. So. Oh yeah, Facebook. Yeah, Facebook. Well, I can probably set the source of like the Facebook. Well, the best of it is, I kind of wish my table wasn't set up the way it is, because that direction, not that that means anything to anybody, I have that bookcase that has all me like Gompa and all me like, to be fair, I need to dust a lot more. That's right, I have to buy, I need to order a duster off Amazon. But everything else is just like, oh, actually there's one thing, now that you're here, check out this model that I got. That's a pretty sweet. I know it's the JJ prize, but this design has grown on me like a lot. Yeah, they were doing a sale on Eagle Moss, so I picked up the special edition. Like that's my hand. Like it's a big enough. It's like die-cast metal in the saucer. So like the JJ prize has grown on me a lot. I don't. This is like from the first movie. The second one, they did some design refinements to it, but I like this version. And in fact, I even really like that they had these parts. I don't know if it was in the first movie, but they extended out as it went to warp. That kind of felt good because it's like they're deploying emitters for the warp field. So. Yeah, so that sits down beside my TV. So it's a really, really good design. I think what happened with the JJ verse is that the scales went completely insane. Everything was far too big. Like that Enterprise is massive. Like it's almost as big as the Enterprise D, I think, if I remember correctly, in the scales. And how the scale of everything is, and it was like, no, that just doesn't make any sense. Okay, so I can probably put the top armor up here. Yeah, we'll put the side skirt and armor in there. So B13. Well, yeah, I mean, what happened is that for some insane reason, they decided to do Wrath of Khan again, but kept saying, no, we're not actually doing Wrath of Khan. And then everybody went, well, no, but you clearly are, because we can tell. And then it went, and then it was just dumb. And I don't understand why they did that. When everybody could clearly could tell what they were doing. Although, to be fair, another design that's grown on me a lot is the Vengeance. That black design. The black sort of Section 31 design. That has also grown on me. And I do plan to, at some point, pick up a model of that. Because they do a model of that. I don't know if it's like the big version, like me Enterprise. But maybe I'll wait for another sale and get the big version of that as well too. Because that bit's really, really cool. Look at me, fucking glue everywhere. Okay, so you can go there. Same. This Titan, these wee little bulges at the top are its void shields. So you have to like bring down its void shields to be able to hurt it. Crackling shields of the Imperium. Oh yeah, it does. Although I did see that that's something that I suppose it's not really like a massive concern, but apparently the voice actor from the original two isn't returning for the third one, which is kind of I don't know how I feel about that. I re-downloaded one for the Switch, and I'm going to play through it again. But as I think about it, her voice is really, really iconic for that series. So them not doing that, I don't know how I feel about that. It does sound like her. I need to do some research, but I need to do your research. I need to do a bit more research and see if that is the case, because it did sound way like her. Also, in that trailer, the way they have her dancing, where the kaiju battles are happening in the background, nobody commented on her dancing. Like, she's literally cheerleading for these kaiju battles. But I think that is them prepping that, because it's going to be Project GG, which is the next Platinum game, is going to be you playing like an Ultraman kind of character. So you like get big and then fight kaiju battles. So I'm wondering if the technology from Bayo 3, because it is in 2 a wee bit, is going to be like the lead into that. In fact, when I saw that that trailer starting, I thought that's what that was. So because I know I think it's Kamiya, Hideo Kamiya, the guy that did all that stuff. Like he is working on something that's going to be like that. So that's my assumption for that. So yeah, it'll be interesting. Also, I just need to finish Bayo 2, because I need to figure out like what's happening with the story. Because at the end of 2, or sorry, at the end of 1, you kind of like it ends kind of like decently, and then at 2, like I'm not really sure what happens at the end of 2. So I'm wondering, because the enemies in 3 don't look like the angels, and also they don't look like the demons. So, or I can't remember if we fought the demons yet. I feel like I'm fighting demons in 2 at points. So yeah, I'm kind of curious. Maybe they're like they're because it's meant to be three worlds. You've got the angel world, you've got the demon world, and then in the middle the earth. And the whole point about the witches and the the sages is that they were meant to keep the balance, and that's the whole plot of one, is that it all kind of, the sages attack the witches. So it's kind of, well, okay, well, in that case then, so like it's like the balance is there at the end of one, and I don't know what's happening at the end of two because I haven't beaten it yet, and I haven't read anything about it. So yeah, I'm kind of like, there is Bayonetta lore. If you want to get into Bayonetta lore, it's there. Oh, I forgot to turn on my audio. I was showing off stuff and explaining it. Anyway, to go back to what I was saying, these are, I forgot I muted myself, god damn it. So yeah, I'm working on some Death Watch Bikers, Fair Play Lad, which is going to be kind of like when, yeah, so yeah, that I feel really annoyed about that myself. It's a good, well, these are videos on demand, so that's going on YouTube as well too. So yeah, so working on these bikers. He's going to be doing a 6 stunts on this because I built a little stuff onto his base. Um, that's the Invictus Worsted, which is the bike sort of, it's a Space Marine inside like a a mech suit, kind of like the thing from the end of the Matrix or Avatar. And then that's the Psyker Librarian who I need to finish painting. And that was the Doom Flail, in case anybody, for the audio, to back up the audio. So I need to work out how I'm going to store this stuff that's in progress. What are we doing? Oh yeah, I don't want to do it there. Okay, so we're going to have to go. I will be right back. I'm going to have to go grab some storage here. Let's see. And we're back. Yeah, it's yeah, that's all the default. That's all the default screens. It was just like one of the ones that was included with Streamlabs. So I don't really know how sort of relevant that is, or like I assume you're allowed to get away with that up until the point where you probably start earning money. In which case, then maybe you have to if I ever get close enough to like earn money or whatever, then I would definitely probably be then I would probably get some stuff commissioned. Maybe get Louise. I keep saying names. Get the sexy developers wife to get me some stuff. I did need to get her to get me a logo. She said she was going to do that, and eventually. But like, you know, I'm not going to start chasing things because that's it's like free. Like, you know, that feels a bit, you know, it's done us a favor. So you know, you don't. There's no point in trying to kind of make demands. Anyway, so the storage for this Adeptus Titanicus stuff, because I bought a storage box from KR Multicase, so that I can store this stuff. Also, the foam inserts can be buildings for the actual terrain. So we're going to throw you into here because I want to start working on the other one, and then I will get that all spray painted eventually. Did I have his other knee? That's his body. Pox and motor, legs. Yep, nope. Nearly forgot that apart. Did I not? Yep, I didn't. Okay, okay. So, what's the other? Yeah, no, because the arm thing that I got was just how I'm holding this camera up. I think I can put this up high enough that we can get like a 40k game going, or even like Adeptus Titanicus, we can get like a Titanicus game going. So yeah, I will chat to you later on. I'm sure, either via a game or on the stream. Yeah, 10. I nearly did forget. Buzz, I will chat to you later on. Okay. You go in there. So that is a Reaver Battle Titan number 1. And then I might as well put together as a hand, because I could use that as terrain. Just have it sticking out of like the ground. It's like a fallen Titan. That could be kind of cool looking. Yeah, you know what? Let's do that. Oh. Is anybody's? Okay, like that's the little Warhammer Titans, which have. Yeah, I know that green stuff doesn't look the best, but they have magnets in there, so they're magnetized. If I remember where I put the weapons. Oh, and then also the little Cerastus Knights. I always wanted to get one of these as like the normal version, just to own it. And I think actually I will, you know. Oh Jesus, that was the end of that. Do you want to, let's put on some more. you know, actually, I guess, yeah. Where is it? Let's just pause that for a second because we're going to properly we're going to properly probably like there you go. Signs of Imperial Titan. Oh crap! I've had to because I'm working with Chloe. I've had to open my window, so just got blue. That's not the Warhound that I was hoping for. That's the Warhound I was looking for. Oh. Sorry, just read a because why is the body of an Imperator Titan a church? Because wherever it goes, it's a funeral. That actually that's pretty good. I do enjoy that. That was good. Anyway, I need to download. Yeah, I need to try and see if I can get that sound effect downloaded because I want that as yeah. Okay, yeah, we're gonna have to try and work out how to get that because I want that as I wonder if I could because I bought the Adeptus Titanicus game on um, I bought that on Steam. It's a really good game too, in case anybody's wondering. I've enjoyed it so much so far for that. Need to play it a bit more because it's XCOM with Titans. Effectively, it's Adeptus Titanicus, but in game, well, in video game form. So I just haven't dipped into it as much as I would like, and also I'm definitely never probably going to stream it because my laptop probably couldn't handle that. Anyway, where was that? Yes. Second, we're going to build this fist because I might use it as some cool terrain for me games. Like, it will make a good objective. Try to reclaim this ancient Pyre Fist before the other Titan, Imperial Titan Force can. That would be fun. Sorry, apologies for the clicking. It's just in true AdMech fashion. Everything I have either I have a mechanical keyboard and I have a loud mouse. Everything clicks and buzzes. I am truly a devotee of the Omnissiah. Actually, to be fair, just because I listened to that wee tiny bit of the intro there. We're going to well, we're not going to listen to the 10 hours version, but until I get bored. Because also one of my favorite Pokemon of all time is Spirit. So we're going to listen to some Spirits for a bit. This is I'm just going to make up some 40k lore, because technically speaking you can make up whatever 40k lore you want, and just say that this is discovered by because my Forge World is my Forge World. The whole point of my Forge World is that in the lore, they were kind of like a research station, and then because everything in the AdMech build is big, so they built really big data stacks. Like like it was a continent practically covered in data stacks for research purposes. And then, well, like obviously this is probably like during the dark age of technology, but they were so big that they interfered with like local weather patterns, and they created noise, kind of like a music, as the wind swept through it, and all the cooling vents and stuff were all like the masses of processing that was happening. And that noise eventually then, through Apocrypha, became hymn to the Omnissiah, according to that Forge World. So that would be kind of like, so the people, then you would have tech priests would believe that that was like the Omnissiah that really, speaking to them, or through the medium of song, and they would keep building the research stacks, and also that was a Forge World. So now admittedly my Forge World is called Silent Earth, so you're thinking, okay, well that doesn't make any sense, because clearly it's not silent. The whole thing is that it's a continent singing. Yeah, I know. If anybody's listening to this, I have thought this much about my Forge World, because I really love that part of 40k. Anyway, so Horus Heresy happens. Obviously, shit goes wrong. You're going to probably want to take out a research station, so it comes under attack by the Traitor Legions, and they destroy a lot of it, and irrevocably damage the ability for this music to ever happen again. So my Forge World changes their name, or they forget whatever they were called from before, like they strike it from the records, because they decide, okay, well, we don't even want to remember what that was. So they rename themselves to the Silent Earth, and then the Titan Legion that is aligned with them becomes the Discordant Roar. So that's kind of the whole story behind that. So yeah, well, I don't know. I got so caught up in talking about my made up dumb lore, I forgot why I even started talking about it. But yeah, so that's kind of the crack there. So they're going to, anytime they come across any kind of weird music from the past, they slightly revere it, because it's they think any possible music is from is there like maybe a chance that that they could get that hymn or that music back. And of course, being the AdMech, they're confused and they just go for anything. So but the whole point about a lot of A lot of my antennas have broken off in storage cases. Like I love KR multi-cases storage, but AdMech antennas are not long for this world in any kind of storage. I don't think so. Um, when they go to war, they effectively use dampeners inside their machinery so that you don't hear. Um, oh, hello, Ertho Minis. Good evening to you as well too. Sorry, you just came midway to me fucking talking nonsense about about my made up lore for my made up Forge World, and also giving it a real. I come up with lore excuses for my broken antennas. It's like it's because they don't want to emit any noise while they're at battle, apart from any noise that they obviously can't do anything about. Come up with a lore reason for everything. And then you don't have to worry about stuff. You working on anything yourself, sir? Or, well, sorry, just assume genders. Fellow tech priest. I just kind of anybody who works on minis, they can technically speaking, they can be a tech priest because we're all little mini Forge worlds as we build our minis of any description for that matter. Let's mute myself while I blow my nose. C1. Where is C1? There it is. Nice. October. That was talk about I missed. Mark, did GW ever make October? Wasn't that a thing that they were going to do and then they just missed it all together? That was back in 8th, I think, like a couple of years ago. There was going to be October and then they released nothing in it, and I was like, well, what was the point of that? But that's like free advertising for them, and they still messed that up. Oh, to be fair, I'm not going to sit here and start being very negative on anything, but part of me had been very no. Part of me had been tempted to start orcs, but then I also play Skaven, so I have enough of a horde army, and also they made Skitarii a horde army as well too. So of my boots are filled by all the horde I could ever want. So going that direction. What direction are you going? Oh, this way. That's one thing though I do like about orcs is that you can get away with getaways is an odd way of putting it. But you the sort of like the custom aspect to it, where you go, okay, I'm going to make some buggies, and my buggies are going to be as crazy as I want, and that's fun. That's definitely a fun way of going about it. C22. Oh, okay, you can make a close fist. Okay, I see where that is going. Well, this is going to be terrain, so it's going to be an open fist. Oh, okay, you're just more of the arts and crafts side of the thing, of the hobby. I'm kind of like, I'm halfway between that and yeah, part of me would say, part of me would always tempted to just like sack the gameplay part of it because I'm rubbish at the gameplay part. But I do like rolling the dice, and also I feel like I'm getting value for money. It's a weird way of thinking about it. Because I want to spend all this money, and also I want to get like maximum usage out of it. Like I'll get, yeah. It's a growing. It's a good space to be in. Kind of very. Everybody's kind of dead on. Okay, well, if you're Egypt's in every space, but I'll definitely have to. I must actually. Let's see. I must go and I will. I'll do a research here because I will follow you myself. I always like seeing people's work.
Hey folks, what's up?
Oh, there you are. I need to work on getting I do need to work on getting Oh, did I already? Oh, okay, yeah. I need to work on getting a retrailer. That's one thing, is that it's always worth seeing everybody else's work, because inspiration will strike from everywhere. Although, to be fair, at the same time, it's kind of like you have to kind of go, okay, that person, you know, like they've maybe been here a lot longer, or like they've been doing a lot of stuff. It's hard. It's easy to get discouraged, kind of, because there's a lot of people in the local community that are incredible, and it's easy just to kind of see and go, okay, well, my stuff's rubbish compared to them. Which is always kind of a I'll end up watching a load of your stuff and just going, God, you're so good. Because what's the point? Because what am I doing? Kind of like when I see people with like themed armies, and it's like, and I'm going, God, I wish I had done that at the start instead of just having loads and loads of bog standard Scutari. Let's see, how are you going to fit in? You're going to fit in like that. That doesn't seem correct. Yeah, exactly. And to be fair, I'll reach over. So like this is, in case anybody is, I know I'm doing Adeptus Titanicus, but like Admech is my first love, and like I painted that up, and it's like I don't really do a lot of edge highlighting because I don't seem to be able to just do it. Like I can't make that happen. But this was good enough to get on a stream, like the actual Games Workshop stream. So you know, just like, you know, take the time, work on it, and paint away, and you never know how you're going to get on. Like, you know, eventually your stuff will show up everywhere. So it kind of, it just comes. You just have to kind of. Yeah, I was. In fact, I have another model that actually ended up on the store page for a while, like advertising the Skaven Screaming Bell. Which was another, which was incredible, and then it happened. I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh my god. So yeah, it just goes to show that. And the best of it was that Screaming Bell is like a heavily modified thing that has like ad neck bits in it. So I'm going. That was a weird thing for them to use for advertisements, because you couldn't build that unless you like spent a load of extra money. So yeah. Even though you might think you're rubbish, somebody's going to enjoy it. So, and there we go. So this, what I'll do is this will go onto a base, and I'll build a load of green stuff around it to make it look like it's buried, and then it'll be a little terrain piece. Maybe, you know, Titans will have to walk over it because it's still emitting power or something. I don't know. I'll make it an obstacle so that people have to walk around it. Anyway, that's Titan Weaver Battle Titan number 1. So we are going to since I'm already 2 hours into this and I've a Saturday afternoon. Yeah, exactly. So like you have to kind of sit down and think. Well, one of the things I think you should always do is kind of like, was it? I think it's called like it's like the 3-foot test. I don't know why I have this rat org sitting beside me. I should have better stuff. So, yeah. I have a lot of AdMech stuff, so I have a bit of a bias. So like, and also like I magnetized all this lad because I wasn't up for spending a lot of money on more than on this on these models. Anyway, so like like that's not the most painted, the most awesomely painted thing in the world, but like if you were standing on a table and you were like you're about probably like about 3 feet back, 2 feet back, and you're looking at that and you're going, that looks grand, like that looks like a model. Like if I were standing across the table playing you in a game, and I know you don't play that much, but like if I'm looking at that, I'm going, I am not annoyed to play against that. That is not a grey. Like it's based. It's got everything. Like that is enough for your imagination to fill in the blanks, so that you can actually enjoy yourself and have a nice thematic game. And it looks like it's like. It's the artwork. It's got everything, and admittedly, I'm bigging up my own model, but like that's kind of just like it's there to get the imagination going. Like the part of a lot of 40k is you're there to kind of in your head, like this big epic battle's happening. So don't have grey. If you if you're testing out things, or you're only starting out, fair enough. I'll play against a grey army any day of the week. But at some point I go, just get your 3 colours in there, and in fact I'll help you. I'll even, if you want, we'll get stuff going, and then you can have your army, and then we can have epic battles across it from each other, and then everybody has a good time. Maybe a few beers if you're that way inclined, and then everybody enjoys themselves. And then A11. So once I get all these finished and painted up, I might actually dig into getting the other big ones, the other Titans. I mean, if I had the time and the money, mainly the time and the space, I would love, maybe it's one of those things, when I hit in the next 10 years, or when I'm getting on, when I'm like 50 or something, I will buy an Imperial Titan, like an actual full scale ones, or Warhound, because they're my favourites. And then that would be the challenge. That would be the culmination of all me skills and all my efforts. Especially if I try to magnetize it for transport and stuff. Get some big neodymium magnets. That would be it. We're going to switch out from, as much as I am enjoying my vaporwave for it to time, it's time to like move on to just give me the Mechanicus OST. Can I not get a playlist? Yeah, let's go for that. Well, I mean, admittedly, I'm setting my goals for myself. I always figured that if I was going to spend like, if you want the North Gargant, that's go for it. I was kind of thinking, because I was looking up the prices of it. I'm not going to start it's an expensive hobby, so people kind of need to deal with that. And to be fair, you get a lot of value out of your money. Like you get to put it together. It's very therapeutic. Get to paint it. It's very therapeutic. A lot of mindfulness in 40k when you're not stressing out about GWs, NDAs, or all that nonsense on Twitter. But I think it's like yeah, it's exactly. I don't have the space. And to be fair, there's like a list of things I want to buy off Forge World before I'd want to get because I want to get a Shrastus Knight. I have a Styx Knight already, and I loved building that. Um, I'd love to get some of the Forge World smaller knights. What are they called? They're not the Helverins. It's those size of knights. It's just when you look at a Warhound Titan and you put it all together, you could buy a PlayStation, or you could buy a decent laptop for the cost of that, and as you're going, because yeah, but the sheer amount of project you would get out of it, yeah, it's just kind of like, yeah, it's like you're going to be doing that for like about 6 months, at least if you're like really going for it, and you're doing the cockpit and you're magnetizing everything, and then maybe like doing a decent base as well too. So yeah, it kind of comes down to it's one of those things where I like to justifying it, as the old saying goes, as all the memes talk about justifying it. Yeah, I know. There's a guy I follow on Instagram and stuff, Super Saiyan, or Super Saiyan hobbies or something. And that guy has like all that stuff, and he has to keep it all like stored away, obviously. And it's kind of like if I wanted that, I'd want it in a corner, in a nice glass case, just like. Whereas I live in like a 2-bedroom apartment in the middle of Ireland, and it's like. Yeah, like I don't have the space. Everything's stored in like these KR multi cases, and it's all stored in boxes. So I have some of it on display, and I have a load of Gunpla on display, but and I don't have like an IKEA. I need to buy a load of those, the IKEA display cases everybody buys. But I'd want me Titan there, like if I've spent that much money on it, it's going to be on display. It's just we're going to I could have bought a TV or put a payment down on something that actually was really useful, but no, it went on this gigantic lump of resin that is literally like 2/3 of an army or like 3/4 of an army's points. They'll maybe see the table like once in a decade. But yeah. But it would be so cool. It would be so cool. That's why I get the smaller kits. That's exactly why I'd stick to the smaller stuff for a while. Imperial Knights. In fact, that drill that I showed earlier is actually a Forge World kit as well too, which was a bit of a nightmare actually. The problem with Forge World is you have to deal with as you can see there, it's a bit there's that gap is really really wide because it just didn't quite sit correctly. Thankfully that gap's on the bottom, so when you're looking at it from the top everything looks nice, and I did have to do a bit of filling in, but yeah, Forge World is a bit of a nightmare sometimes. It's really kind of annoying. So buying like a really big kit and then having to deal with it maybe not being totally awesome in terms of quality is kind of a downer when it comes to that stuff. Let's see, so you're going to be A7. Where's A7? There it is. 25. I suppose then that's kind of where you'd have a lot of commission people, is that they get to enjoy the building and all the rest of it, and then they can just store it in somebody else's house. Because I built this stuff for you. Like, go away. I built it, I painted it, I got to enjoy that, and then you'll show it off to everybody else. Yes, Cerastus Knight Castigator, because he has that big minigun. I've been thinking about picking him up, or a Night Lancer, but they're not exactly cheap. I could buy one of them, or I could buy a Switch. Okay, so you're A8. Where are you going? That doesn't make any sense. Why did I do this? Oh, okay, I had it the wrong way around. That's a really good thing. To be fair, that's kind of my situation, is that running everything kind of on this like cheap camera, decent half decent laptop, and like a really bad setup. But it's a case of I don't know how committed I want to be to this thing. It's not that fair play to yourself for from the wee trailer there on your YouTube channel. Anybody who's actually listened to this and is not actually just a bot, go subscribe to his channel as well too. Like, it looks like you've kind of got like a really good setup, and so fair play. I've kind of just locked down, figured I'm going to be sitting building this stuff anyway, might as well just stream it while I'm doing it, and then at least I can chat to people like yourself, and maybe I'll keep it going. Although I do think I am plan to like stream games as well too, like Warhammer related games and non-Warhammer related games, so I'm going to definitely invest in that, and then maybe see about a better camera at some point, even if it is just like the upgraded version of this webcam, just for a bit more clarity, because I don't think you can't quite see it's a bit blurry for the detail. It kind of handles stuff, or maybe it's just that I'm looking at the screen way small. Can I make this preview image better? Let's see, if I go to, let's see, where are we at? If I go to layout mode, nope, that doesn't work. The learning process continues, I suppose. Anyway, in terms of my backlog, it's mostly a couple of Gunpla. Like, I'm working on some Gunpla as well too. Decided to start getting into these indie Gunpla as well too. I mean, as long as to be fair, you don't really need. I don't think it depends on kind of what you're going to be doing. Like, if you're going to be doing like really highly edited stuff, you probably need like a really awesome computer. I can't see myself doing that because it's very time intensive, and I do work, so when I'm working, I'm kind of especially for my job, because I can get phoned sometimes. I don't want to be like streaming and then like the phone goes off and I'm going, okay, well, it's over, time to go. I suppose maybe I could do that though. It's just the nature of just put a preface up to say, yeah, I might have to dip out. So you see, I was using my phone for a bit as well too. My phone's like an iPhone 8, so like it was doing decent enough jobs. But then it meant then that I couldn't. My phone was tied up, that really being the camera, and I went, okay, yeah, no, that's not going to. I'm not going to keep that going. So yeah, that's the only reason I have separate cameras at the moment, so that I don't have my phone tied up. Oh, okay, yeah. As I was going to say, when you mentioned that you were working on an editing computer, I was thinking, yeah, like if you're doing your own music and stuff. In fact, I'm going to have to look at Spotify to see if I can find the royalty-free music, I suppose, in future. If by some miracle I ever actually get big enough to have a subscribe button. That yeah, if you're doing that, yeah, that's going to be memory intensive. That's going to be process intensive. Um, the Omnissiah will demand that you put more investment in to get more out. I mean, the Omnissiah makes demands. A slowly tech priests can only bit reply. Just wave some incense over of your laptop, over your computer, and then you'll probably get like a little bit more time out of it. Just appease appease the Omnissiah for a little bit. In fact, speaking of editing, I do plan to work on making some custom widgets, because I don't like the default ones. Remind me of a very old mobile game that I played a long time ago. Okay, so that is the Warhang Titan spree. That is not the spree I'm looking for. Where's the spree that I'm looking for? That's it there. Nope. Hit the table. That's the one thing as well too. Like if I had a decent like camera setup, that would be not attached to the table. So if I hit it, it doesn't shake everything. So we are looking to do these jobs. Then A15, which is going to be over here. There we go. next door's dog. She's barking away. Okay, you know what I might put on? I might put on the Space Marine soundtrack. I don't do like that soundtrack as I'll do. Warhammer Hurricane. Yeah, okay, so I need to figure out how that mixing part works, because you've got like the audio from my laptop and also the audio, because I haven't set up the background audio, but that's another thing I'm gonna have to figure out. I'm gonna have to look that up. Maybe get a tutorial going. Okay, so B4. Speaking of Space Marine, actually, or not speaking of, listening to the Space Marine soundtrack, it's probably the anniversary edition. So the game is not totally dead after all, which means that there is a small chance that we might get a sequel. We will finally find out about what happens after the Captain Titus of the Ultramarines. Although it's only on Steam so far, so that means oh, I have it on Steam actually. I get the free upgrade. Awesome. Think about it. I prefer it on console, but that's just me being a console peasant. The Codex Extatis does not support this action. Come on, Leonidas. Or no, it's not Leonidas, Leandros. Come on, Leandros. Because not everything's covered in the Codex Extatis. And then he just jetpack down into a load of orcs. Oh, there you go, orcs. Actually, Earth Exolerman, then he says, just speaking of the devil. It says the entire game just about Space Marines running around shooting orcs. At least in the first 2/3. I don't want to spoil it for anybody who hasn't played an incredibly old Space Marine game. Get off my ship, Space Marine! Yeah, I wonder, is that backwards compatible? I don't think it is. Leandros and his adherence to the Codex Astartes. Where's my favorite track from this? So that's the main menu. Where is it? Heresy, Ages of... Oh, that's the spoiler. Titan. Fight for Honor. The Meat Grinder. Inquisitor. No Man's Land. A Weird Boy. That's the spoiler. Oh, there it is. That's one of my favorite tracks. This is an incredible level in this game as well too. Dun, 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 dun. It's called Valkyrie Run, which is which, as this implies, you're in a Imperial Guard, Imperium. Valkyries are owned by multiple factions, so they're not always Imperial Guard, but you're in a Valkyrie fighting off Rocket Boys. No, what are the jetpack orcs called? God, I can't remember. Sorry, there's a comment on the YouTube video that's called "The Codex Astartes does support this track." Yeah, the Codex Astartes does support this track. Storm Boys, that's it. I couldn't remember the name of them. Storm Boys. That's absolutely awesome. It's also the proper right scale for the battles. I mean, the Dawn of War games handled it pretty well because obviously they're RTSs. But you don't often get it was a proper level of like, this is the Imperial Guard doing what it does, which is a sledgehammer for any task. Just throw bodies at a problem, and then eventually it won't be a problem anymore. Which is so it was just like hundreds of Valkyries, and they're getting shot down everywhere, and nobody cares because it's all about the objective. And the orcs doing the exact same, which is just lots and lots of Storm Boys, and most of them are like blowing up themselves, like it isn't even a problem. It's the Imperial Gunners doing it. What is that? fact, I might have to knock on a Space Marine on my laptop and play that level later on because it's so good. It's so good. There is another level as well too where there's a lot of drop pods coming down and it's like the gang's all here because it's all the chapters are here to enjoy the crack, and then you're just going yeah, no bother, I'll chat to you later on. Thank God. Contact. Oh, that's right. They're making a. Well, that was the Adeptus Titanicus trailer. What's this? Oh no, actually, yeah. Where is that? I remember that. Where is it? It's in my. I don't know. I keep making that noise. It's in the background noise. Background noise playlist. Where is it? Sleep. Sleep 8. Nope. There it is. God, I should have. Why didn't I have this on? There we go. Okay, so let's just turn you down a bit. Some ambience from a Forge world. You know what? Let's just go with what works for when we're dealing with the AdMech. Just Children of the Messiah for 5 hours. Because I don't get bored of this song, so I'm going to make sure everybody else can't get bored of it either. You're going to walk that direction, so you want you to be walking. That was the direction. Yep, correct. Okay, so one of the most awkwardly designed things in this kit. So A12. God, when even your instructions are low res, like, for God's sakes. I think 3 hours is probably good enough. As where did I put me? I managed to do this without any issues in the last time. So why are you being uncooperative? There we go. Right. Okay. So where's my bees? Your bee, aren't you? Yeah. Nope, you're not. It's great enough. Okay, so the longer one. Yep. Oh, hey ho. My a little bit of silence there. Seems you've lost a lot of people. Anyway, okay, so okay, okay. So need to cut out these guys' feet. To be honest, I think I might end it here in a wee second anyway. Maybe I'll do some more tomorrow. Actually, I probably will do some more tomorrow. I might do some gunplay tomorrow. That's what I think I will do. Or maybe I'll stream some Warhammer 40k Mechanicus. Need to test out that app, or test out the Xbox app. I wonder if I have enough Chaos Black actually to spray all these. Might need to go to the local Warhammer store. Yeah, I suppose I'll have to do that till after payday, I guess. Dun, 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 dun. Wait, these weren't too awkward to do. So we need these to be so. Oh crap. Got a strong wind there. I really should have thought of a better way of sorting out that window. Because that actual natural light stream in, but I don't know how that'll look on the stream. Stream in on the stream. Where did I put the? Where did I put the bases? For I need. Oh, there it is. It's just about to go over the edge, but that's okay. It's a very wide stanced Reaver battle type in there. It is definitely mid-walk. It's gonna move you a little bit forward. can fix the tilt. He's kind of mid stomp. So that works. Kind of want to give me lunch. Well, that's exactly what we're going to do then. I am going to let's end this properly. So I want to get some detail. So we are going to transition to that. Awesome. Okay, and we're also going to kill the audio. Sweet. Okay. Still need to figure out some stuff. But I'm going to end my stream there for today. And then we will look at maybe building more of this tomorrow. Streamlabs just did not want to connect to chat at all. No idea why it wouldn't do that. But anyway, yeah, so we're going to call it there. I don't even know if I'm going to put this on the YouTube channel. I might do. I guess we will see. But anyway, thanks for anybody. Nobody's in the chat, but I will say thanks in case I put this on the YouTube channel. I probably will. I will chat to you later. Goodbye.